What's up, everyone? I'm Mitchell Saltzman, and if you can't tell from the undersized straw hat and the giant Luffy in the background, I just got to play some One Piece Odyssey, and I'm going to take this off because it is it does not fit me at all. But yeah, One Piece Odyssey, this was, so just real quick, this was the same demo that people got to play at Anime Expo, so it is a little bit old, but it was my first time getting to play it, and I'm such a huge One Piece fan, I couldn't leave Gamescom without getting my hands on it. My main takeaway from playing One Piece Odyssey is that I think JRPG is kind of the perfect genre for One Piece because of the fact that One Piece is an anime that is so based around camaraderie and, you know, the feeling of friendship between all the crew members, and that's something that really comes across in One Piece Odyssey. One of the really cool things about the battle system is that everyone can kind of fight at the same time. You're able to have four active players in the battlefield. They can get split up, but they all kind of fight together, and then everyone else kind of goes into this reserve. And the way it works is that there is a wheel of kind of like priority or weakness, basically, there where power beats speed, speed beats technique, and technique beats power. So if you're in an area and you have Luffy and Sanji, both power characters, but you're facing off against an enemy that has a technique type, you can then switch off one of the characters with someone like Usopp, who is able to deal more damage to those technique kind of characters. So it's actually a really smart system. It's also the kind of thing that doesn't really demo super well here at Gamescom because regardless of whether you're fighting with a type advantage or not, enemies kind of die in one hit. But as a proof of concept, I think it worked really, really well. The other really cool thing is that there are dramatic battles, basically, or dramatic moments where what happens in a cutscene that leads into a battle affects that battle. So, for example, there was a fight where Usopp, in his, like, you know, his false sense of braveness, walks up to these penguins who are not hostile, but as Chopper indicates, they're not hostile, but they are hungry. So, you know, they beat up on Usopp and they go into a battle, and when you're in the battle, Usopp is paralyzed and surrounded. So you kind of have to deal with that. You know, it's a really cool thing of, like, you know, you just saw something and now you're fighting that exact scenario. And then there was another situation where you're trying to rescue Nami, and you get to her, and she's like, you know, when the battle starts, she's kind of rough and, you know, off on her own, so you have to heal her up really quick. And then once you do that, you get kind of like a party advantage. So it's a really smart way of, you know, giving a little extra goal to every battle. And those are kind of my thoughts on One Piece Odyssey. I think this was a super strong showing. The banter between the characters is really, really strong and it didn't get annoying. You know, that's one of the things that I think is a fine line to walk, where you want to have that character banter to really, you know, feel how close these characters are, but you don't want it to get too overbearing and just, you know, just constant, you know, chatter. So I had a great time. That's all from me. For more Gamescom 2022, keep it right here on IGN.